Welcome to another episode of The Oracles. My name is Manilisi, and as always, I'm with the superstar, the beautiful, the marvelous Z Mazibugo. Today, we have a very, very special guest. You might not yet know his name, but trust me when I tell you that he has worked with some of the best in the South African rap game. This guy is a rapper and a producer. He has produced for TEARGAS, Cash Time, Mshoza, and Zab's The Last Letter. If you know your music, you'll know that all those names are certified legends. This dude has a collaborative album with Ginger Trill, so that should tell you where he is lyrically. And he has his own 3-track EP. Ladies and gentlemen, the Oracles present to you today a superstar in the making, the CEO of Dizzy Monk Entertainment. President Ramaphosa's government knows him as Khorani, but the streets belonging to Her Royal Highness Hip Hop know him as TopGogg. TopGogg, how you doing, man?
Yeah, yo, TopGogg, yeah.
That's right.
That was such a great intro. I feel like we needed to have like some fanfare behind that.
No,
I'm doing so much better now after hearing. Before I enter any room, I should highlight you to just give be my praise singer.
Yeah, man.
How you guys doing?
No, we're good, man. We're good. How you doing?
I'm smiling, man. I'm smiling.
Yeah, Z, how are you doing? You good?
I'm well, thank you. I'm happy to see you guys. So my Tuesday is already amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be talking to you, TopGogg. Now, first of all, man, before we get into anything else, the name TopGogg, I tried reconciling it with the birth name, but I just can't find the link. Where does the name come from?
Yeah, I know. You're gonna struggle with that one. So all cards on the table, like inside or maybe even outside. Like I'm a major geek. I'm a major nerd, you know. So I grew up like with glasses, and I always had these crazy, sort of glasses wherever I walked around. I don't know if you guys remember a football player named Edgar Davids. But he used to play for Juventus and stuff, and he had these crazy glasses whenever he played football. So I had some glasses like that when I was a kid. So like people at school used to call me. Sorry?
Were yours also tinted yellow or orange like his?
Yeah, mine was tinted yellow. Yeah, it's like you saw those glasses, man.
Yeah.
So everyone used to call me Gogs, as in goggles. At school. And then after a while, my homie Young Native, shout out Young Native, he was like, "Yo, bro, I want to start a rap group. Let's get started." But then we realized, we need beats and stuff. So I made beats and I started getting into rap. And then everyone used to be like, "Hey, there goes TopGogg, there goes TopGogg." Whenever I was running around school doing ciphers and things like that. So then I became TopGogg. Yeah, after a while, the S dropped off the Gogs, and then the Top came and joined the party.
Oh, cool. Now I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I had to admit here, the first time I saw your name, I read it quickly and I read TopGogg. It took me a while to go back and be like, no, this is not
everybody calls me TopGogg. Yeah, everybody calls me. Just for your viewers to know, it's TOPGOGG, TopGogg.
You got it.
I will accept TopGogg, but that's not my official government.
I like that one too, TopGogg. Okay, I like it too. So it works.
Now, before there was TopGogg, there was Khorani. Please tell us about Khorani. Who is he?
I mean, so I guess I gave you a little bit of an introduction to that guy a bit earlier. Yeah. But I think that guy was a kid who was always passionate about creative arts in many different ways. For Khorani, he was more of an actor. TopGogg is more of a entertainer. But I was always into entertaining crowds and things like that. When I was a kid, I was always part of drama clubs. I was in drama for one of my subjects at school. And like I used to tour around to different schools to show them like practical you know, stage acts and stuff like that, because I was really into that back in the day, and then I ended up getting like you know, colors at school for drama. So like that guy has always been into like, you know, the arts, especially like acting, poetry, like obviously like, you know, visual arts, but not so much creating it, like just, you know, consuming it. I'm very big into like art pieces. Like you'll see on my wall over there, my homie Scuba List. I don't know if you guys can see it nicely there.
Yeah.
I can see it perfectly.
Did a nice graffiti piece for me. I've got a bunch of stuff for that around the place, you know. So just somebody who's really passionate into the creative arts. And I guess TopGogg grew into somebody who pushed that idea a bit further, and has gotten his hands into, you know, trying to create platform and opportunity for other creatives to, you know, express themselves.
Nice, man. You being a creative, now you being into the art like this. I've heard that there's studios at SABC, and you happen to have had your own basically there. How did that come about, and how was the experience like?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We here to be honest, man. Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of getting the studio at SABC, there was this band called Mid Effect, and a homie of mine, Shegun Oyewole Okechukwu, he's a Nigerian homie. He was actually part of that band. At some point, like I was always doing production and stuff like that, and at some point they invited me into the band to like try and like hip hopify their band a bit more, because my homie was rapping there, but they had a bunch of guitars and drums around them, but like they needed something to, you know, make it a bit more like, you know, urban, if I can't find a better word. So I got involved with that, and during that time they were leasing out a studio in SABC for their band practice and all this stuff, but then it was sitting around during the day most of the time, you know, just waiting for their band practice at evening, because most of them had work during the day and stuff. So I was like, hey guys, do you guys think I could, you know, bring some clients in and all this stuff? They said, yo, listen, you can even manage this place. We're not really doing much with it. And then like, as long as you pay rent, any profits you have on top of that, you can keep. So I started off like that. And then after a while, you know, just with us having a successful studio run, after a while, when the lease was time to turn over, they were like, my guy, do you want to sign the lease? Like the studio can basically be yours. Instead of you waiting on the waiting list for people to run the studio, you've already been running the studio. It's basically yours anyway. Might as well sign the lease. So I was lucky enough to get into SABC that way. And also rock music that way, which was also dope. I still love SABC. Please play my music. But you know, like that was just a rough time during that time, you know. But I think it was a rough time for a lot of parties. But the experience of being in the SABC building was great. A lot of clientele, a lot of people walk into the SABC building not even knowing really what the radio building's about, and they're like, hey, we're looking for a studio. And the security were really cool with us back in the day, because a lot of the other studio owners were older people. So whenever people came around, they used to give us an opportunity, and would send traffic our way. But then there's also ASE, which you don't get any money from those students, but there's a lot of talent, you know, that you get to interact with by being in the SABC building. I remember that Ivy League during that time were like, I think 2 floors above us. So Keenan was in that building at the time, AKA was in the building at the time. And I remember Tibo Touch was still on Metro. So it was also like oh, he's back now. But it was also just a very exciting time as well, you know.
Personally, I was introduced to you via Ginger. The whole collaboration that you guys did, the whole tour, and I remember the one in Bram, that's the only one I could attend. That's how I was introduced to TopGogg, right? How did you find
Yeah.
yourself working with Ginger, and how did you feel rapping alongside him, knowing how great he is, because I feel like he's in the top 10
He's the GOAT, man.
rappers in
Yo,
the country.
to be honest with you, man, I feel like a monkey rapping next to that guy. Like, the beauty and the joy of working with Ginger, him being such a cool cat as well, is that both of us are trying to challenge each other with certain things. So there'll be times where like, yo, okay, I'm gonna try and wrap my behind off on this thing, and then obviously Ginger will come in and like, wash that thing. But like, there'll be times where like I'll take lead on the track, and I'll be like, okay, so this is the bounce that I'm thinking. He'd be like, okay, cool, I can go with that. I can go with that. You know what I mean? So like, rocking with a homie like that, and especially like, we've spent so much time together, it's not so much like a rivalry between schools, but more like a sibling rivalry, So it's like, it's one can even sit back and laugh and be like, yo, but what you did over here, like, so it's never like a thing of like, yo, I'm sweating behind closed doors when Ginger leaves the room, like, oh, yo, no, did you hear that 16 that he just did? It's like, it's more like, wow, like, yo, that's something that, that's the level that he set. In fact, we usually say that, like, yo, you set bar, and like, yeah, Ginger, like, yeah, but it's still tough because Ginger is so effortless for the homie. When you see him in studio, once he's behind the mic, it's so effortless for the homie. The guy like will be smiling and stuff while he's busy writing.
Yeah, you have a single out with Ason called "Pretty Like Me." What inspired that song?
I don't know. Like, I guess, look, so Ason, shout out Ason Low. He's very much self-proclaimed pretty homie,
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I'm a lot older than my G, but like we're always chatting about, like, I'm always chatting like, yo, you remind me of like my younger times when I was like this and all this stuff, you know what I mean? So we were just like, yo, let's make a track with like younger you and me, you know what I mean? Like what those guys would be on about, So it's like channeling, that like younger, more like carefree times, but like obviously not carefree, like to you, like all these things of like relationships and things like that are things that matter a lot, But like, yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
While we're on the people you've worked with or the people you're working with, right? I don't know, man. I feel like I can hear a lot of Kate Tasso in your production. Have you ever worked with Kate Tasso? Would you like to work with Kate Tasso? How do you
weirdly? I only met him last week, actually.
For real?
Yeah, we've been messing with each other from afar for a while. Sometimes when he releases stuff, I'll promote some of his stuff. He might do the same. You know what I mean? But he's from Poch, so he's not always around Joburg, So like, but I saw him now at what's this place called? Mangrove. Saw him now at Mangrove, and we finally got to meet like properly, like for the first time. And like, yeah, weirdly, we were like, yeah, now that this is now official, we must definitely jump into the pool, bro.
Yes, definitely need to work. I can hear you guys' sound together. It's already in my head, so I can hear it.
No, we're gonna change your imagination to reality.
Let's rock.
Actually, because now this is something that I've been meaning to ask. It's just moving away from the music a bit, because I see your teeth, like the lower, the bottom half of your teeth, basically. It's all gold. It's all gold. Is that like a grill, or is that your actual teeth? You just put in gold teeth?
No, these are actually. So I drank. Kids, don't eat too much candy, or if you do, make a lot of money so that you can replace your teeth with gold. I'm joking. No, these are not my teeth. These are not my teeth. No, no, no. No, no, no. That's a little bit too wild for me.
Okay.
I've thought about it, but it's a little too wild for me.
Yeah.
I still have to go check out the family every now and then, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't need to get. I don't need to get. I don't need to get the top rope from Mama D, you know.
Yeah. Nah, that's awesome, man. That's cool. I also like your blanket there, right there at the back.
I
Are
was
you
looking at
originally
it, eh?
from Lesotho?
Yeah, no, it's from Ponting actually, but I guess it's
Okay.
the make is from Lesotho, yeah.
Yeah.
But my village is half Xhosa, half Sesotho, so
Oh, okay.
my we are. I don't know if you guys know Malatele, where MT's from.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no.
so
I don't. Yeah.
we're not too. Yeah, so it's like in the Eastern Cape. It used to be part of KwaZulu-Natal, but it's in the Eastern Cape, like just past
Okay.
Krogstad. If you're driving past Ladysmith.
Hmm.
Um. So yeah, there's a village there. When I was a kid, I got initiated. So this was my initiation blanket.
Oh.
Okay.
When I came out of the mountain. So yeah, but my mom's from Lesotho, so but this is my clan.
All right.
Nice.
Actually, I probably shouldn't have shown that. Yeah, there's beef on the streets. Yeah. No, but look. That being said, uh, all love from me. For me, I don't have any tribal wars and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, for me and my brothers and stuff, it's all about representation and
Yeah.
promoting positivity in the culture. So no, we're not about none of that beef.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, speaking about your upbringing and where you're from, do you come from a
Mm.
musical background, like a family that's musical, or you just found your own path and walked it without having any knowledge or anything about music from the family?
And yeah, so my folks are both doctors. My aunties are all doctors. My uncles were alcoholics. I'm joking. But nah, there's no history of that. But my brother and I were always encouraged to express ourselves, at least when we were young.
Mm.
Um, Coming out of school, I was still studying. I was studying law when I came out of school.
Mhm.
But then, I think music just pulled me, and I never stopped producing at that time. And then, having gotten the studio and stuff like that, I think my folks saw that, okay, this guy is serious about this. This is what this guy is gonna do. So
Mm.
um, things became an easier transition from there. But there's never been, at least not in my immediate family.
Okay.
But my cousin, though, on my mother's side, my cousin, I don't know if you guys remember Entity, the rap group Entity. Keenan
Yeah.
used to be part of
It
it.
used to be
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
yeah. Do you remember Greyhound? Greyhound, the one
Yeah.
rapper, he was my cousin. So I guess
Really?
Oh,
from
okay.
that corner, yeah, there's a little bit of spark, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck something there.
Mm.
Okay, now, there's this one question. We've never really asked anyone this question before, of everyone that we've talked to.
Okay.
But when you close your eyes and think about your life and your music, where do you want us to see TopGogg in 5 years' time?
Okay, so when I close my eyes and everybody close my eyes, 5-year plan doesn't just involve TopGogg. Of
Mhm.
course, I want you to see TopGogg on like award shows, all stages and things like that. But one thing that I hope you guys can even try and hold me to, and I hope that I can be, I can keep my integrity. In 5 years' time, I want TopGogg to be able to be holding platform to allow kids to be able to get onto these platforms a bit easier than how it was for us, how it is for even the current generation. You know, I'm hoping that like in 5 years' time, we've made a spot, or we've made some sort of a pipeline, or some sort of a bridge, or some sort of a thing that makes this whole industry and the whole thing easier for these talented kids that deserve to be heard. So 5 years' time, hopefully, that platform is created, and you guys are looking to TopGogg for new talent, not just from SA, but from all over Africa. You know, that's my hope for 5 years. 5 years' time. Yeah.
That's a solid
I like
plan.
that. That's what we hope for from you as well. Because one thing about us, we believe in the kids, man. Like I really believe in opening up the industry and giving people opportunities. So if you can do that, I don't see why not.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right, and then if people want to get in touch, actually, before we get into that, what should we expect from TopGogg this year?
Yeah.
I've got a single coming out called Lady Committee. Should be coming out end of the month with Sai, featuring my homie Sai. I've got album/EP coming out a bit later. Working title, but I think it's going to be called "Cause Fuck It, That's Wild." But I don't know. Hey, you guys can cut that out. But working title. It's featuring my homie Ason, Sai, as I said before, my Nizi, my Glizzy, and just some great talented producers as well. And also look out for Alliance, all music from Alliance as well. It's another initiative that I've created, bridging between Johannesburg and Cape Town for now, but we are working on bridging between different places and provinces, just connecting some up and coming talent with more established artists and things like that. We've already got Run Up out, and we've got new single with a lot of talent that I think you guys are gonna enjoy, called Late Past 8. I can't wait for you guys to see the visuals for that. It's crazy. That's what we up to. That's what I'm up to.
Because one thing about you get your visuals right. And the first time I saw the visuals to Bonafide, I was like, what is going on here? I liked it.
Shout out.
No, you get it right.
Shout out. I hope we can keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, and then if people want to get in touch with TopGogg, how can they do that?
They don't. I'm joking. Nah. You can catch me on all platforms under TopGogg. That's TOPGOGG. My record labels handles are Dizzy Monks on all platforms. That's DIZZY MONKS on Alliance ZA. Music Alliance, Music Alliance ZA. I don't know if you guys want me to spell out Music Alliance. Okay, let me just do it. MUSICALLIANCEZA. All platforms. It's been a long time since I've been at school. You can get hold of me on all those platforms. Any buddy looking to get involved with Alliance, try and holler through there. Anybody trying to check out some TopGogg music, Dizzy Monks and TopGogg.
Got it.
All right, awesome stuff. Z, I don't know if there's anything. You have anything else?
I mean, I'm happy. I feel like he gave me exactly what I wanted with the energy that was matching. So thank you so much, TopGogg. I really appreciate it. You giving us your time.
Thank you.
Talking to us.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Yeah, and then any last words from you, TopGogg?
Any last words from me? I don't know. Mufasa, what you say? Come here, Mufasa. Mufasa has something to say. What you say? I
So
run
there's
this
actually
house.
a
I actually
living
run this
cat.
house.
You know, I saw this cat moving, guys, you know.
Yeah.
I swear I thought it wasn't a real cat because it was going up and down, like you know, like those things that stay in the car, and then the guy's
Yeah.
moving, the head is just moving. That's
Yeah,
how
and it
it
just
looked
shakes
like
like this.
motion. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
didn't think I feel
No,
so
this is
right now.
the real talent. This is the guy who actually brings all the talent around, bro. Like you
All right.
ask anybody in about 5 years' time, this guy's gonna be more famous than anybody else.
What's his name?
Mufasa.
Not Mufasa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he's got an
Yeah.
attitude.
Yeah, now I see those eyes.
Yeah.
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 No, but thank you guys.
Thank you so
Don't
much.
do drugs,
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, have fun. Listen to TopGogg. Listen to McLaren Dope Boy. Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. TopGogg, thank you very much, man. We wish you all the best with your journey. Wish you all the best with your music. And we definitely know, man, that you are going to be a superstar. We're going to see your name in lights. We're going to see your name everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. So wish you all the best, man. Thank you very much for your time.
I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. And then that's it from us, from the Oracles. Until next week, stay safe.
Peace out.